This is a VL Commodore. This is one of the most iconic front ends in Australian motoring, without a doubt. Everybody knows this car. This is a VL Commodore. Everybody knows this car. They have been modified to the extreme. They have a huge cult following. People that aren't into Holdens at all love and own these cars, and there are a few reasons for that, which I'm sure if you know these cars you're familiar with, but if not, we'll go over in a second. But one of the things that's really bizarre about these cars is the COVID has accelerated the price of these like genuinely no other car. When I was a P-plater, these were worth $500, $1,000, really worth nothing. And really for an example like this, 140,000 Ks, 5-speed manual, very, very clean and original car, you'd probably be paying $15,000, $20,000. And then you go into some of the Halo models, the turbo models, the Calais. I mean, you know, you're looking at some serious money when these cars were worth nothing. And this is the one to have, in my opinion, because it is very, very base model, this car. Really, really excitingly so. And again, I'll show you that in a second. But it's so cool. Honestly, this thing is one of my favorite cars that has ever come on the channel, and I would own this car in a heartbeat. I cannot believe driving this, that it is as old as it is. It's 40 years old, but it drives like a brand new car. It runs astonishingly smooth. It's just, I totally get it. I really do get the appeal. So this is the main event with this car. Now in the late 80s, there was quite a few new emissions that come in, and Holden's 202, which went in that VK just behind me, wasn't good enough. It was not good enough to meet emissions, to meet fuel economy regulations and all of that, and Holden did not have anything ready. So they imported this into all of the VL Commodores, the RB30, and this was obviously from Nissan, made in Japan. You guys already know about this motor. These motors go surprisingly well, but most impressively, they are just so smooth. I don't even know, I don't know how to show you guys this on camera, but it runs like a brand new engine. Like, it is so smooth. It's so clean in here. I mean, this engine bay is so tidy compared to the 202. You know, that VK engine bay that I've got. That car has half the kilometers and it's caked in oil, and this is not like that at all. The VL, you could get this, you could get the turbo, which is, you know, sort of the one that is extremely popular, or you could get a 304 with a carburetor. Because the 5 litres were so available in a lot of other Holdens, pretty much every other one, I think that if you're going to get one of these cars, the RB30 is the one to get. Even NA, it is so nice to drive. And we will drive it in this video. I'm not just going to bang on about it for ages. But I don't know how to explain it to you. I've driven so many Commodores, and this is one of the nicest, including VE, including VZ, everything. This, and then I almost can't believe that I'm saying that myself, but it is true. And this car is extremely honest, extremely looked after, and VLs are really sought after now, like in this condition. And if I'm honest, I'm going to struggle with this video because I could talk about this car to the end of time. One of the things that really drew me to this VL though is just how standard it is. I'm sure you guys know VLs are extremely popular for getting walk and shore kits or massive tubs and LSAs and stuff put in them. Yes, there is a place for that, but if I'm honest, not in my shed. I prefer, if I was to own one, it would be one like this. Standard height, look, I might lower it a touch, but hubcaps, you know, these cars, I don't know, it really, really tickles me. I love the way this thing looks. I love that everything is complete. There are a few little marks and things around this car, but it's original paint, it's 40 years old, and it was a daily driver for a lot of its life, so I can't really pick on it too much, but it is in very good original condition. And yeah, it's, oh. Now the VLs do have one Achilles heel, and I'm sure that you guys know exactly what it is. And it is the exact same with all the VB, VC, VH, VK that's in there, and that is rust. This one though is extremely good. The boot's good. All of the rust around the window is very, very good. It smells really nice in here. Honestly, like this, I don't know. I probably should be giving you more facts about this car, but I'm just geeking out over it because these cars, it's so awesome to have an original one like this on the channel and just sharing this car with you guys, because for my generation, these are a dream car. And a lot of people will be, you know, if you're a bit older, you might be saying it's a bit silly, it's just an old Commodore, but it's not. It's not like that. Like this is genuinely a dream car and an attainable dream car. And the fact that I'm able to drive this is so much fun. And I'm not talking about going 0 to 100. I don't care about any of that. I'm just talking about driving this, it's experiencing it. It's just awesome. It's really, really cool. But this VL gets even better. Not only is it a fantastic color on the outside, it has my favorite color interior, the sandalwood. And this interior, again, luckily my VK also has this color. It is so nice. It really is. It's like that sort of light beige, and it's so error correct. And on top of all of that, this is a 5-speed manual, which is even better. I mean, just having a manual one of these, you're gonna make me tear up. And another bonus that I love about this car, and if you follow me for a while, this is no surprise, is this car is so base model, it's laughable. It has no air conditioning, it has a manual power steering rack, manual transmission. There's not, you know, it actually doesn't get more base model than this car, and I love it. I love it. Again, like I said, I'm lucky enough that I can drive a lot of cars on this channel, and I have liked every single one of them. But this one I've actually fallen in love with, and I've only had it half an hour. I don't think it'll ever be for sale, so it's a bit of a, you know, a bit of a run and done, but I love this car. I really do, and you probably see it in my eyes. Again, if you followed my channel, this kind of video is no surprise. I am really geeking out over this. I'm not about going 0 to 100 and things like that. I mean, that's cool, but that's not what this car is about. This car is about a time warp back to the 80s and experiencing it, and just this car is just an absolute darling. It is so nice. But you know what? Enough talking about how good it is and showing it off. I think it's time that we took it for a drive. So let's start it up. I'm full nerding out over this car. It is a real darling, this thing. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it drives so smooth, right? So, second, again, it's not about going 0 to 100. And everything works in this car, the radio, everything. I mean, there's no air conditioning, but it didn't have it from factory. It's amazing, and it is actually quite smooth to drive versus a VN, VS. Honestly, even the VE, like, or maybe not. I can't believe it. I can't believe that a car of this age is so smooth. And I'm just full nerding over this thing. Driving this, I need to have a VL. I really do. And I know that I say that about the cars that I drive, but man, this thing is just a real darling. It's good. Like, I don't even know how to say it in words. It's just, everything is nice about it. The interior is nice. It drives so nice and smooth. Doesn't leak oil. It runs like a dream. It looks fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. It's perfect. There is definitely a place for the super modified, you know, those kind of VLs. These are the ones that do it for me. If it was lowered and it's got some things done to it, I'm okay with that as well. I'm not a total old man, but original is best. And it's why I like the RB30 motors rather than having a LS3 in it, because when you turn the key, I like the, the noise of the RB30 and the feeling when you drive it, the gearbox in it. That is all part of the experience of this car. And they're reliable too. I've liked pretty much every car that I've had, but this old girl is really pulled on my heartstrings. I actually had a VL back in the day when I was 18. I had a manual VL turbo, bought it for a few grand. Similar case to this, and it wasn't as good as this one though. It wasn't quite as honest. The gearbox made lots of noise. There's videos all over the internet of it, dosing and stuff. And just the culture around these cars is just crazy. It really is. And that's why it's even rarer to find a standard one. Though. It's like finding a standard RX-7 or a standard 32 GTST or whatever it is, Skyline and Sylvia. Finding standard ones is extremely rare. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous car, this, and I absolutely adore it. And I really thank Lee for lending me this car. But yeah, if these are your kind of cars, follow along, subscribe, and genuinely thank you for watching. And thank you for watching me enjoy a car that, I don't know, I never thought that I would get to drive. Look, I'm just banging on about it, and that's probably what a lot of this video is. But it is genuine enthusiasm. I adore this car. I'm not putting it on. I'm sure you can tell. This thing is really, I'm in love. I absolutely love this car. It's just an absolute darling. So thanks everyone for watching, following along, and yeah.